Alright, my boys, we have the new DLC 19 V-Jump scan, and this is coming in from the homie DBS Hype. Huge shout out to the homie Hype for this. Now, we also do have the Kakarot scan that I'll be taking a look at in this as well for you guys. For those who still do play Kakarot, I do play the DLCs when they come out, things like that. So that is something we'll take a look at in this video right here as well. But first and foremost, let's see if these V-Jumps have anything brand new for us. And I want to start out with the man's Vegeta. Now, in the trailer, we got to look at this skill right here. But I thought it was some kind of power-up skill because there was no opponent next to him. The CAC, when they used the skill, it was just literally used by themselves in the open air with nothing going on, right? So I assumed that the skill was just some kind of power-up or something along those lines. And it very well could be a power-up skill still at this point. But the thing is, it also does look like it does do some damage. Like it has some kind of animation properties to it, where I'm assuming if your opponent is like near you and they get hit by this, this field of ki around you, that it goes into this animation where the follow-up is this part right here with the man's Vegeta, where he gets up close and puts, like, it looks like he's putting a ki blast right in your face or something like that. So that's what I'm assuming. The skill may have different properties, because in the trailer it did look like it was mainly just a power-up type of skill, but right here we do see a follow-up animation with it in this V-Jump scan, where it looks like the move will be an attacking skill at the same time. Now, the next one that we get a look at in the trailer is one that we saw in the scan is one we saw in the trailer, but we do get kind of a different look at it. We saw this part where he throws like the initial ki blast with his foot. Now, we didn't see anything further after that. One time we saw him teleport. The first time we saw him use it, though, Vegeta doesn't really move. He just stays there. We don't see that instant teleportation that we see the second time he uses it. So I'm assuming there's multiple variations to this move right here. I'm assuming if you teleport to your opponent, you get this animation right here where you appear behind them or something like that and then kick them down to the ground. But I'm assuming if you don't use the extension and don't use that vanish, you might actually be able to combo extend in a normal way just off the first part of this move right here. Now, this is all assumption just based off of what we saw in the trailer. This could be all one continuous move without multiple variations to it or anything like that, but this is just my assumption. To me, it looks like it'll have multiple uses. One, where probably if you just like press the button once or tap it really quick, you'll get the initial ki blast, and maybe if you hold it or press it again, you'll get that transportation animation where you get this follow-up right here afterwards. Now, besides that, the other thing that we see with Vegeta is his new final flash. Now, this kind of does confirm that he's not getting multiple final flashes. I'm assuming that was just some kind of effects thing with the camera angle where we saw in the trailer where the ki blast doesn't appear after he actually throws the final flash. It looks like he's more throwing a ki bomb as opposed to a beam. So this right here does confirm that that was most likely just some kind of camera angle effect, something along those lines that was affecting the final flash, and why we didn't see the actual beam part. But these are the man's 3 skills that he will be getting in Xenoverse 2 DLC 19. Now, with that being said, let's move on to the man's Goku right here, my boys. Now, it does look like he will be getting these 2 versions of whatever this skill is going to be called. I mean, to me, they look like Super Dragon Fist, but obviously there are going to be different forms of Super Dragon Fist. I think this one in particularly is going to be Super Dragon Fist reworked in a new way, and then this right here will be something similar in terms of like aura effects and things like that you see with this skill, but will have a different way that it's worked. Like this one looks like it's more going to be a one-hit heavy strike that is chargeable at the same time. And then we do have his ultimate where he puts the energy into the one fist with the like he did in the actual anime, come down with the Kamehameha. And of course it does have the extendable version where you can most likely press the button again or something like that, and you will get more additional damage out of this skill right here. Now, outside of this is the Xenoverse 2 stuff. Let's take a look at the Daima stuff. Really don't see much within this right here. I mean, not the Daima stuff, the Kakarot stuff for Daima. Again, really don't see too much in this. You do get to see, like, Kid Goku in the world, in the world of the in the demon world, but outside of that, you really do not see much in these scans right here. You don't get much insight as to how far into the Daima anime this first chapter will actually go, all things like that. So you just basically get a look at some of the characters that were in the anime and obviously will be in this DLC as well. So let me know you guys' thoughts down below in the comments, mainly on the Xenoverse 2 stuff, because I feel that was a bit more interesting. The Kakarot stuff, you really don't see much besides the fact, you know, that you get to see the characters in game for the very first time. Outside of that, though, not really anything that you can take a look at and be like excited for, or something along those lines. So let me know you guys' thoughts down below in the comments about the new Xenoverse 2 DLC 19 V-Jump scans and how excited you are for this DLC in general in a few days. But till next time, my boys, thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoy, and as always, hope you have a good one. Peace, y'all.